what's your prediction for Nollywood in 2026?
I want to see more quality films, better quality films, but I love I've started watching Nollywood films and I'm loving them. So please just keep checking out these nice films. And I like the comedy ones, the funny ones. When the Nigerians act with comedy, is so funny. So please continue with comedy. No juju, I hate those juju ones.
Predictions. To be very honest, I can't say I have predictions, right? But I mean, I've seen a number of Hollywood movies, Nollywood movies, recently, and I think they're doing a fantastic job. So what I'm seeing for the future is that, of course, there'll be more movies that come out that try to beat the likes of, I mean, To Kill a Monkey, right? Someone is probably going to take that to another level. And I mean, I love the fact that more ethnical stories, more stories about our history, about our roots, more stories in more of our local dialects, and yeah, I mean, exploring more of like of our roots, like as Nigerians, going there, digging up those interesting stories. You know, we have a very rich heritage. We have very rich storylines. So yes, so I'm seeing more of those stories that bring out us culturally and literally like sells Nigeria to the world.
What I would like to see Nollywood do differently is sci-fi movies, action movies with female leads. So like a Soul, Angelina Jolie. I would like to say a Nigerian version. And yeah, that's what I want. Sci-fi action movies with female leads.
Okay, what do I want to see Nollywood do differently in 2026? I know there have been talks, in corners about breaking into Hollywood, having collaborations with Nollywood actors and filmmakers. I want to see it actually come real this time, and I want to see more movies in cinemas. I want to see us win, the Oscars, enter for the Oscars. I want to see Nollywood actually tell stories that define us. We're not struggling to look foreign. We want to do stories that resonate with the Nigerian story. So that is what I want to see from Nollywood 2026.
Our production quality has improved drastically over the years. You'd hardly look at any film in Nollywood today and say that it's ugly. Nah, you can't. Editing wise, blocking, cinematography, we've gone pretty far in these departments. But we gotta be honest about the acting, man. The acting needs help. The acting needs help. The acting and the storytelling. Yeah. So my prediction for 2026 would be maybe Nollywood ventures more into investing in its younger actors. Yeah. Because as of late, or at least my experience with it is that if you're gonna watch a Nollywood film and you're gonna enjoy it, it's usually dominated by all these veteran actors that have been in the game for a very long time. And for 2026, I'd like to see some new faces, but not just any run-of-the-mill actor that we haven't seen before, who has some pedigree. Nah, I want to see some underground people that are really capable of surprising us.
Nollywood in 2026. I don't think they will be different because 2020, we are in 2025, right? 2025. That's, you are talking about a year, less than a year, Seth. I think they will have to just try to grow in quality pictures, character-wise and location most especially, and all that. I just want them to be successful in whatever production that they are doing. I think they will still be up there, They'll be up there. In as much they can put everything that I just mentioned, like picture quality, characters, locations, and they should pay well, I see them there. Let's hope.
All right, so I think Nollywood should do better with their story writing, choosing to raise more stars. Like there's this trend where
a lot of producers are now using people's faces to sell movies. That's not what it's supposed to be. Movies are actually supposed to help us discover new talents. Okay, I'm going to give some examples because some of the people that will be discovered too, they might not be new, but they've just been in the game long enough before. So, for example, people like Mr. Fakunle, who did Kazim of Gangs of Lagos. A lot of people knew him from Gangs of Lagos, but he's been doing movies for well over 15 years, if not more than that. All right. So there are other people too. The new guys who did Obuz and Ekemini of To Kill a Monkey. Buchi Franklin has been doing movies for years. The other dude has been doing movies for years. But you know them now because, yes, they did a project that was major. That's what movies should do, all right? It should help us, project and see people with this good talent, greater talent. That's what Nollywood has been known for. But I think they've deviated from that a great deal. Now using known faces to sell movies that the stories are not so awesome, if you ask me. So they should do better with that. Yes, cinematography, they are, on point. But I think if they can work better with the quality and standard of production, the stories itself, stunts and other things, then we can get our movies up to where we want it to get, to the Oscars, the Emmys. It's possible. It's possible. There are movies who have done these things from African soil, and Nollywood should be topping the scene even on that, side internationally. Better work environments for actors and crew. Pay people better money. Yes, paying actors, crew members, good money, good enough money. Not cutting the budget and making it look like you're pricing them like crayfish. What's happen? And you want them to give you world class, A class. Now, wish? I beg you, Nollywood, change you. Thank you.
So I'm just going to say, Nollywood is global already, yeah? But I see Nollywood going like really global, the same way Afrobeats has gone global. And this will only happen if we have more movies from home, more stories from home being told, and then a lot more collaborations between Nigeria and other countries. So I see more collaborations coming, and I see Nollywood becoming a household name around the world. And also, I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking into somebody's life out there that wants to tap into this. I think I see Nollywood having their own streaming platform, or if someone from Nollywood wants to start a streaming platform that will go global, that would be nice.
Okay, hi Victor.
Hi.
So we'd love to know tell us your prediction for Nollywood come, let's say 2026 next year.
I think I want to see Nollywood take on a lot of more cultural-driven roles. And when I say that, I mean by there are a lot of stories that are yet to be told. They've been doing that for years now, which is fine. We've seen the likes of Seven Doors and the rest. But I feel like I want to see more of things that we don't know about that happened. I also want to see Nollywood do a lot of more CGI. I want to see more green screen. I want to see more, the way the Avengers do their things and then everywhere is scattering, cars are flying around. I think I actually want to see Nollywood try something like that. They've been doing it, but then I want to see more of it.
So far, so good. Nollywood is doing a fantastic job. I must commend the guys that have been, that have been putting a lot of investment into what we have presently. However, for 2026, I would appreciate that there's more action, more compact. I would also appreciate a high-level CGI implementation. It's already existing, but something more breathtaking. I'll also like that we have an expanded streaming platform. What we have largely that a lot of us and even the film industry depend on is the foreign ones, and would largely like to have our own indigenous streaming platforms. So those will really help. However, I would also like to mention one thing. as AI is taking a whole lot of impact in the society, in the world generally, I'd like to see more of that implementation in the Nigerian film industry, in the Nollywood film industry. And I think largely, if they give us all of that, it will be a very, very interesting one. I would also like, like we have the Thors, all these Iron Man, adored superheroes. We like our own indigenous Shango, and all of those ones to be made in such a way that the younger generations will appreciate the culture of Africa, and these will be a nice way to tell our stories with all these superheroes made in such a way that they are not evil, but they are also relatable, that Americans and other people all over the world can also relate to the likes of Shogo, Oya, and all of these superheroes that we've heard about. I mean, that we've heard about. Sorry, we don't know about them. We've heard about them. So
they're improving in their videography, so I feel that they're going to be better in the future. They should just get better actors, better casts. They should stop repeating the same casts. Like, they can bring in new people. There are better talents out there who wants to be seen on TV or something. So they should just get like good cast and maybe good writers to have good stories to tell too.
I think their storyline, I think they should work on their storyline more and maybe more time in their production. I think they just try to do everything quick and then throw it out to the audience. So work on their storyline and put in more time when shooting and editing.
Yeah, so the first thing in 2026, as well as the next year, I wanted to say into the future is they should work on the movies being predictable, because most times from the beginning of the movie or halfway into the movies, we are each predicting where the movie is going to end. Secondly is when they're trying to work on anything science fiction, like any extra, fictional touches, like I think that one can be editorial, so something they should work on it. So it won't be looking like shabby, it's just going to look like so unreal. Whereas another thing I would like them to work on is, they are fond of that bit of using popular faces, people that are not necessarily like actors, but just because this is a celebrity that we know this face, then they just put them into it and then they just do roles anyhow. And I think that's all.
I would really love them to improve on their cinematography. They are there, but they are not. Just a little touch of a little touch here and there, and then I feel they are there.
I feel like Nollywood, we're making progress so far. If you look at the kind of movies that were made before to the movies that we're making now, you can see the what's called the improvement in picture quality and some other things. So come 2026, I just feel like we're just going to make more better movies, and at some point the world would know, Nollywood is that film industry that is trying out great stories.
I feel like the Nigerian movie industry, Nollywood, is on the right track. In 2026, it's on the map already. It's going to, I feel like it's going to be spread more around and all that, because as you can see throughout this year, a lot of nice movies have been released this year, like what's the last one? To Kill a Monkey, and they are nice movies. So I think they're on the right track.
So I think they're actually trying. Looking at music, from music angle, looking at music, Nigerian music, how it has gone abroad. Looking at gospel music also, how it has gone abroad. So if those two can also, it's because they are all exporting our music like that. So you can do that also. I think Nollywood also can also get to that point also. They are all trying. You see our recent movies, of course, some of the VFX, they are trying. So I think they have a better future ahead.
I believe if they can do better than the way they've been doing their not usual and normal thing, because to me a lot of things look fake to me. That's why I give up in terms of watching Nollywood. So if they can improve in terms of in their picture quality, their storyline. So I think 2026 will be a good year for them. That's if they can improve. But if they are still going by the same way, the way they do their movie, they cast their film and their normal storyline, I'm sorry. I think a lot of people prefer watching American movies.
I feel like I would like to see better script quality in Hollywood in 2026, like the characters and everything should have like good quality.
I'd love to see more original stories. I'd love to see us talk about our history more. The Southwestern people are already telling me more of their stories. I'm looking forward to see the Northerners do that. I'm looking forward to see the Easterners do that. The filmmakers in those areas need to collaborate with government to be able to give us those rich stories. Like when you watch all those Korean movies and they are rich, ancient stories. This is what I want to do.
I want to see more interesting comedy series, family sitcoms, so let's do more of that next year. And then finally, yes, I think you guys will involved in these things. I will just say this, there's going to put me in your films, action films, romance, that we're coming. That's my best area. You get kissing scenes. Like, let me just kiss and die in the film. I don't mind. Just let me kiss and it's romance. So yes, we are thinking of casting nobody's lips. Yes.
We have not even finished 2025 now. 2025, they first of all do blockbuster in December. Funke Akindele, Abraham Toyin, and Mercy Aigbe, they will all do it back to back. In 2026, AY will do his own. The other guy will do his own. Cinema movies, all of us shall go to cinema into December again. That's it.
I mean, over the years, most especially in recent time, Nollywood have been able to come up with interesting movies like Everybody Loves Jennifer. That's a quite popular movie. Even the Nollytube, or what they call this YouTube version of Nollywood, so I've been able to produce some seller busters, So in the year 2026, I see more sort of improvement, right? More improvement in how they churn out their content, from the production to the casting. You rarely see any bad Nollywood movies these days. You rarely see any bad Nollywood movies these days, and it just shows how the producers, the scriptwriters, how they're able to develop. So I hope for their sake, because I don't really do much Nollywood movie, that in the year 2026 they will have developed properly, and it's developing so people can even fly from China to come and watch Hollywood, Nollywood, right? Have that Hollywood and Bollywood standard, if you understand what I'm saying. So I predict for next year that Nollywood will enter the next phase.
I have some suggestions for Nollywood in 2026. And my suggestion is that they should put out more quality content. Rather than focusing on putting out a lot of films every year, they should put out more quality movies every year. Because if you should look into the South African film industry, you'll see they don't put out a lot of movies, but they put in a lot of quality movies that can even compete with Hollywood movies. So I feel like Nigeria should look more into putting out quality movies.
For Nollywood, I believe that the world has gone haywire in the movie industry, and if you're not very creative, you may not see the light of day. And now TikTok is one opportunity, one platform that if you don't utilize in 2026, your film might just remain in your drive. So it's something for every creative or every filmmaker to explore. That without promotion and distribution, proper distribution, your movie may not do the numbers. So it's something that everyone should embrace for 2026, because the days are gone where you just want to churn out whatever you like without being creative and expect people to watch it. So Nigerians are getting more creative and they are looking out for quality movies. And if you're not planning to create something that is inspiring and exciting, nobody will watch it.
It's my predictions from Nollywood in 2026. Yeah, Nollywood has done quite well in the past few years, at least. I think from the time of King of Boys or before King of Boys, yeah. Wedding Party, from time of Wedding Party, Nollywood has been doing very well. Thank you to movie producers, directors, and all that. Nollywood has really evolved right from what it used to look like. So there's a big future for Nollywood. There's actually a big future for Nollywood, and I see Nollywood like the Oscars. I see Nollywood getting into the Oscars soon.